So the game audio in this episode wasn't recording for some reason. The other episodes are fine, it's just this one episode that for some reason didn't want to record right. So I'm going to be putting random songs from the soundtrack in as a substitute. I hope you guys don't mind. Again, this issue is fixed in the next episodes. It's just this one episode that I need to do this for. So I hope you guys are okay with that. Anyways, on to the episode. Hey guys, welcome back to Danganronpa. So, we are on chapter 6 now. Makoto's okay. So is Kyoko. But what happens now? The ultimate despair. A group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now, we need to get out of here. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Seek a way out. It's locked, but we have a way to open this door. Kyoko. Do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room? Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right? Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right? Let's find out. Come on, good luck. Click, yes! It opened! And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. Quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. As one does. Finally. We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief. Because the real fight had just begun. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passages were so dark and cramped I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you as we're climbing up this ladder. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous? Quite the opposite, actually. Even among the actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So, because we take pride in it. Pride? A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Which is why one of us became the headmaster of a school, and the other one became a student at that school. A conscious effort? It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we must do what we can to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains... Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family. And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. What? Then why did you want to find him? But you'd be reunited after all these years, right? You would have so much to talk about. There's nothing I want to talk about to my father about. There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it? I want to sever all ties with him. Oh, wow. Sever? The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future. But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him. If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. But there's one thing I can never forgive. Really? The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me, even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to just cut him out like that. Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that, I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. Kyoko. Jeez. I just kept climbing the ladder in the complete silence. And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Looks like this is it. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back. Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so we pop up. Looks like we're back. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. For, not abandoning me and getting me killed, and then going on to have children with Hina. Okay. So what's the next step once we get out of here? Well, let's just look at the trash room for a second. And then we talk to Kyoko. So now what do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might... You're worried? Yeah, of course. Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh? Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's... If we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out, and it's not likely we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean? The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Makuro's death. There was one moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was? If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still a little, no, super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we? Monokuma should be in the gym. Sure, let's get going. But first, shouldn't I, talk to everyone who thought I was dead? Because they kind of considered me to be dead, because they had no other choice. Okay, they're going to Monokuma. My guess is that everyone's in the gym. Time for a reunion, Monokuma. Hello, my little bear. Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I thought he'd react. Are we really going to be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you? So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, save me. Do whatever you feel you have to. Kyoko! What the Why? Why are you abandoning me like this? But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that that matters to you, right? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that? Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me. I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed, right? What are you talking about? But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. The results of the class trial weren't all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that. And in response to that unexpected development, you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would have thrown a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter Ego. The absolute mad lad who came to my rescue. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it. Now, here's the absolute truth. Now also, hold on, before I go to that, why did Alter Ego help Kyoko? Is there something I'm missing that, Alter Ego just doesn't like Kyoko very much? Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did. So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto? And you can prove this, right? No, I can't. Don't just say it like that! What is this, a comedy routine? Make such a bold claims without a shred of evidence? I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some. Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there's only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type. If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you so love to inspire. But here we are, confronting you with nothing but hopes in our hearts. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence? It's not you I'm trying to convince. If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this would be extremely displeased. Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said was exactly right. Despair can never kill hope. Of course, you can say we're just making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. Hook, line, and sinker. If you want to earn our despair fair and square, then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours? To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial. Alright. Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Barry? Oh, I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggested might be possible. It would certainly make for one honey of a climax. Does that mean you accept? If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? And I can barely stand these puns. He agreed! Then we still have a shot at this. But this is a long way to climax, right? Just catching the killer is barely a fitting end. So with his final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you. That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Well, let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When will you learn the whole truth? What kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure. When we have uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how all this has turned out. But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held? I remember that for sure. So what? I just want to confirm, that is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on the school regulations, and having a trial for Mukuro is no exception for that. Mukuro's trial is no exception, then it's part of the regulations? Which would mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What? Are you telling the truth? Are you? Why do you go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair. Come on, Makoto. Let's go. Okay. I feel like bad things have started. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Well, I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Yeah, things tend to be good when you don't die. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, I'm in your debt. Do you want $1.50? Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle's still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they? They had no choice but to accept. It's all because of that one moment like that the mastermind let their guard down, like I said. So when was it the mastermind let their guard down? I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast their school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that. And what did you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable. You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off. And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it. But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason? They had to show the world something, no matter the cost. Us killing each other. They wanted to show the world? The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anyone. So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why? To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point? The outside world's a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right? And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants to show the world to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal, as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous. You're right, it is ridiculous. Completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer? I know how angry it must make you, and yet, that same motivation was what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What? Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world, the mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but a one-sided slaughter. At least, that's how those who were watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves? That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me. So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all the proper rules to get me killed. They planned a trial that didn't have a right answer, then made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work. Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion? To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they had to defeat us in perfect form. It would only do the mastermind harm to have shown it that they violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance. Because you believed in me, another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much of the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have the slightest clue. In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least, I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh, and I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. How pathetic. Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win it this time. Or everything we've gone through will be for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There's no option except to win. But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone. Is that really possible? I think so. Anyway, right now we have to go find the others. They're probably in the dorm somewhere. Shall we go? Yeah, sure. Let's get going. Also, Kyoko, I'm just saying, now would probably be a very, very good time to use that key and, you know, open the Monokuma door. Let's see. Taka's dead. Mondo's dead. You're not dead. This is Byaku's room. Is he inside? I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Okay. Then there's Sayaka. Toko, you in here? Hello? Okay, she's not there. Okay, next one. Chihiro. Chihiro, no. We'll win this game for you and alter ego. I swear. Aoi? Why do we call her Aoi? Just call her Hina. Not in here. Okay. Sakura. Man, it really puts into perspective how many people are actually dead. Hiro, are you here? I don't think he's here. Okay. So they're not in the actual dorms. So the place we all hang out would obviously be the hot tub. No. Knock knock, it's me. And suddenly, we were greeted with... You again. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limit. Yes, those are also words I don't know. What the heck? I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but let out a sigh of relief. Ah! Friends! Friends, I have missed you. Fuck you, Byaku Tagami. I know you're glad to see me. Still as stupid as always. I'm glad to see you, man. Everyone was there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Wait, what's that smell? Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away! Shoo! Shoo! Toko, you don't even take showers. Shut up. And in a flash, my tears dried up. It was such a heartfelt reunion, and then Makoto just smells. Nice. Hi, Hina. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then where can we go to find new clues? Hiro, what's up? Makoto, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world, but if I did, I would tell you it smells really bad. Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Cleo. Who? No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck's Miss Cleo? I don't know. You stink. Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in garbage for a while. Do you want a hug? The smell is so smelly. And just like that, I want to walk away from you, Toko. Goodbye. I win. She seems happy for some reason. Byakuya the Tagami himself, how are you doing, my buddy? Still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped? Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life. Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Indeed it was. Kyoko. There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma. Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you? That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial? We're going to redo Mukuro's trial. What? Seriously? What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed... Dude. Seriously? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you. Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it? What she's saying is it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro? It was all an elaborate trap contrived by the mastermind. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it. But his decision meant that he would be the one to die. You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You make it sound like it was easy. I was just, you know... But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackened is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules. Which is why I went and negotiated with them to have what Alright, let's try that again. Which is why I went and negotiated with them and to have the trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you? Very observant of you, Byakuya Tagami. Very observant. I recall what you said at the end of the last class trial. When you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to. Hey, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again. Later. But not right now. As in, we're not talking about it. So knowing all this, what do we do now? It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind? But there's more to it than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right? You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine with living here together with Master. Except in the next universe, you die, so, I mean, hey. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty tall friggin' order. Maybe, but this time the trial's different. We know who our enemies is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. What? You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries. That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us a little hint of his. Hint? I'm sure there's... Okay. It began with 16 students, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why? If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to have set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he would have disguised the scene like that. But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro, you get 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them. And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. Need I continue, or do you get it now? So there were only 16 students. One was invisible, and one died. So technically we started out with 14. You know, I'm counting starting out as before the first trial. So we started out with 14, then 2 people died, then 2 more, then 3 more, and now we're here. So that means one of the... No, I have a hard time thinking it's any of this group here. You're saying the mastermind's one of us? You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say that for sure that's true. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us. It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that's one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret. I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times. Then maybe Monokuma was on autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Ding dong bing bong. Here comes mumming mung. How very magnanimous of it. Magnanimous? That's a word. Of him to unlock all the rooms. The time for talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway. At this point, I can rely only on myself. On the Togami blood flowing through my veins. The Togami technique of being dick, handed down from generations. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your own responsibility. Well then. After making his final statement, Byakuya left the dining hall. Master! He didn't take me with him! Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like... coffee with cream without the cream! Or coffee! So we're a mug. You're totally useless. We are a mug. We can carry much more than just coffee. How dare you call me useless? So, bye. With that, Togo trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko? That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me. In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too. Wait, how come? So wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know? But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been here, I would have died. Makoto. That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless. So I figure at least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. See you later. Hina was surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two. Indeed. Weren't you gonna go off on your own? So you're gonna go off on your own too, right, Kyoko? Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Together but separate. Doing our own investigating doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should see to it as us splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right. Well, I better be going. I have an endless list of things I need to check. Monokuma said that all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. Leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery of the school. And then we can all escape together. I guess I'll start by taking a little look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was discovered with other wounds, but these are at least several days old. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. Headmaster's room, biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. That's the one I want to check first. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open too, right? Which means the garden and dojo. Time to get started. Places to check. Okay. I need to go immediately to the data center. I wanted to check that for so long. Oh. Hina's there. She had the same idea. Hina, what's up? Are you here to look around too? Is that what you've been doing here? Yeah, I can't help but wonder about that Monokuma door. So I figured, if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right? Although, I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that'd really suck. So you open it. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Hina, you heartless girl. Anyway, I'll open it. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Wait, let me take cover first. I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over to a nearby desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. I threw my weight into it, but the door opened much easier than I expected. Well, there was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was... Whoa, this place is totally sci-fi! Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Huh. Well, what did you find, Hina? I mean, every part of the school leaves a bad taste in my mouth, but... This place is like #1 gross. It's in a whole different league of creepy. Possibly. What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top, though. Like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Keefing would probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has a control panel that looks like some kind of cockpit. I mean, could that mean... Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just do whatever... You can't just or whatever something like this. But it was too late. Hina was already jabbing away at the control panel. Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. Hina, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one. The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with the name of a room next to it. And just like Hina said, there was one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The room we're just in. That's where the strange noise came from. I'd probably go check it out. Yes, please. I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from over here. Okay. Thanks, Hina, I guess. Did I just hear what I think I heard? Hi, Monokuma? Is that Monokuma? Monokuma, you okay? Hey! Give me your donuts! Is that you, Hina? What? Aw, man, Busted, how did you know? Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling? Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from in here. Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Whatever you do, don't push it. Aw, man. Are you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room with the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. It's the data center for Monokuma, where all he pops up. Whoa, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. What do you mean? Well, you were controlling just now. It was Monokuma. Monokuma? What, for real? Yep, it looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind has been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room is totally separate from the data center with all these monitors. In other words, maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right. But if the mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time, right? I guess that would have to be true. But if that is true... So, were they probably in the school before? The mastermind Monokuma's puppeteer really is the 16th student? No, it can't be. There's no way, right? Monokuma control room has been added to the truth bullet section of your notebook. What's wrong, Makoto? I don't like that face you're making. Oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, okay. What about you? Is everything okay? Oh, well, it's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible. I really hope it's not true. So, like... You want to leave soon? There's lots of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste all our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Yeah. Hina, you seem like something's bothering you. Click. As soon as the door to the data center was closed, I heard a strange sound. What was that? The door just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out to grab the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma? Hey, no fair, you can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like. It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how distressed everyone would be if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then, that room. As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So, right now you're being operated by someone in that room? Then where were they hiding? Correctamundo! But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it. Of course, that hatch can't be open from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, this room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! He's gone, but... Was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure. Then, when I said we should leave... Well, that hatch couldn't be open from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most of the time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna go run around and tell everyone what we found here. Nice, you got me all motivated again. Okay, I'm out. See you later. Hina took off at a full sprint. And I have to do what I can too. That's the only way forward. Alright, Headmaster's room is next. I can't believe the mastermind was right there. Of course he'd be in here, Byakuya Togami. I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. Oh, Byakuya. How you doing, buddy? Well, you came to the right place this time. Would you like to see something interesting? Absolutely. What do you mean something interesting? Take a look at this. It was on the top of the pathetically ostentatious desk. Ostentatious, that's a weird word. Class 78. Student registry? It contains profiles for all of us, and Mukuro. Apparently Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room... That's right, it also mentioned Class 78. This must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed there along with hers, there can be no doubt, Mukuro was a student here at Hope Peak Academy, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems like Kyoko was in a hurry. What do you mean? I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way paper had been crumpled, she must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page? Correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What? When it comes to this profile, there's more information about Mukuro that we still didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? It seems to be some sort of detailed report put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what that kind of man was, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. I was half listening to Byakuya as I skimmed through the report. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background an entire entity floats, close but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I have a bad feeling about all this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior, too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Host Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe in her. She's one of my students, after all. But if I decide she's a danger to the other students, I will be forced to take all reasonable measures. Mukuro was a part of the Ultimate Despair. I don't think there can be any doubt about it now. But wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They wouldn't have had to take her completely by surprise to kill her like that. Or maybe it means the mastermind's even stronger than Mukuro. What's wrong, Makoto? Huh? You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within that file that you should note. What is it? Did you notice the picture in there? A picture of a girl perhaps you've never seen before? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. Gee, I wonder. And further information about the girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, even lists her vitals, 31, 22, 32. Well, what do you think? What do I think? Are you asking me, like, if she has a nice body? You hopeless idiot. What I'm trying to tell you is maybe you'll want to keep that in mind for later. Maybe you'll make your way back to the corpse. Or maybe you'll think, oh, could that mean... Wait, is he trying to say... There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, what I'm thinking seems all but impossible. But it wouldn't hurt to confirm, right? That's all I'm trying to say. What you will do with that information is your business. So I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Were you ever not Byakuya's errand boy? Seriously? Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice from me to you, so I suggest that you pay attention. Advice for me? You seem to be getting along with Kyoko quite well. It's not that we're getting along, she's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh? The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep it in mind. Thanks. And Byakuya saw it was good, and it was good. Oh, hey Toko. Oh, Toko, so this is where you were. I want to talk to you. Am I so disgusting you want me out of your sight? No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe we'd find a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not a single clue. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have something to be right. But there wasn't anything out of the ordinary here. Give it back. Give me back my precious time. Calm down, Toko. Simmer down. Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there are any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Okay, farewell, Togo. It was nice seeing you, I guess. Have fun with the, existential crisis. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? There's a stack of tarp too. Ah, tarp. That's where they got the tarp. I've been seeing a lot of these things lately. They're so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. Some kind of weird machine or something built on the wall. On the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side are... there are icicles hanging from the monitor. First thing I need... oh my god. Makoto. Figure it out, man. Oh wait, there's more of them. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. I've seen something like this before. Oh, that's it. I've seen this kind of thing in horror movies and stuff. It's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Hold on. Correct me if I'm wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oh, God. The bodies of our friends in here. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. It looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all your cadavere needs. In addition to the germicide lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gas. Simply insert the cadaver, and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimum settings. With our system, anyone can keep a body as fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the unlikely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. Why? This is the instruction manual for the fridge? But why would that have to be a thing? Okay, we're machine. Glowing lights. Some lights are on. The ones on the left. The right-hand lights are off. While looking around, I think I get it. Seems clear to me now. It was a makeshift morgue. Yep. And about those lights by each slot. It looks like it's set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on. Which means inside each slot lit up in blue. Another one of the victims is... I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died. And that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. So why are there only 7 lights? No, not 7, 9. 9 lights. We started with 14. Interesting. If I'm right, I'm gonna run into Yoko. Gate's open. We can finally check out the second floor of the dorms. Which means I have to do it. This is the second floor of the dorms? Looks like some ancient ruins. Or no, it's more like a battlefield, like a bomb flew up here or something. Oh, jeez. Well, I guess it's pretty much useless to check these doors. Well, except this one. Oh, so these were actually dorms. I thought that Monokuma like makeshifted them. No, they're actually dorms. The bed is completely torn apart. I mean, it's not even really a bed anymore. It's just garbage. I opened the door just a crack, glad to sight, and immediately closed it again. There wasn't even a hint of a bathroom, just a big pile of rubble. Alright, so I guess it's all in here. I honestly thought the dorms were, like, not even really dorms. I thought they were, like, makeshift classrooms. Girls' bathroom. Even a place like this, I can't bring myself to go in. Oh, fuck off. Why the eye in blood? And just like that, it's just a bathroom. You know, I just remembered something. The only time I ever talked to Leon outside of the class trial was in a bathroom. That's the only time I talked to him. Is that a giraffe? What? This room is filled with lockers. Must have been for the Hope Peak students who came before us. The classes before ours must have used these lockers. Looks like this locker's already broken. Yep. Can't imagine any way to get the locker open. I'm not even going to bother trying. Oh, hey! A thing. Nope, blocked. Card reader installed on the door. This must be how to get the locker open. After all, it's pretty similar to the card readers for the locker rooms on the second floor of the school. And you have to use your handbook to open those up. So, does that mean... Well, let's just give it a try. I took my handbook out and ran across the card reader. And then... No luck. Maybe only the locker's owner can open it. Which means none of us can do it. But there's a thing right there. Nope. Locked. Like, hello. There's a thing right there. Why would they have a plate right there? There's no way to get it open. Okay. So, pretty much, this is just to show me that everything I do is worthless. So this was for the class before us, so this not for us. Ah, the ever-watchful Eye of Horus. Indeed. Wait, if this is broken, wouldn't we be able to see the outside world? That's what I think anyway, but then again, I use sense and common logic. Things not commonly found in this game. Okay. Whoa. Wait. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has a more adult atmosphere. It's the headmaster's private room. Kyoko! I've been through this room several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. A regret? Kyoko looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Alright, well I guess I'll just look at the computer. There's a PC on the desk. It must have belonged to the headmaster. Whoever used this last, it looks like they were very interested in the Ultimate Despair. The PC still has some search results left on it. Then we might be able to get some info on the Ultimate Despair? There's not much though. Nothing we don't already know. The Ultimate Despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy that happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes of despair. And that's all there is to it. Not much to it, is there? But I guess that's the best he could do is a complete Kirigiri failure. Man! But I feel sorry for this dude. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. I see. That's a good outlook to have. The Ultimate Despair has been added to the Truth Section bullet. Okay. This is a private room. There's a strange gap in the wall. Some kind of design mistake or construction defect or something. There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze? There's likely an open space on the other side of the wall. Open space, does that mean... You mean like a hidden room? I think I might know how to open it. You know how to open it? Did you figure out some kind of trick or something? A very easy trick, yes. So easy, I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should swing open. But I don't have a clue what that password might be. All I know is it's probably made up of letters and or numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right, that's not nearly enough to go on. I looked through all his paperwork, all the files on the PC, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had any desire to, but nothing that might have been his password. When I think of how much time I wasted on this. Jeez. So there's a hidden room she couldn't get into. That's what she meant by regret. I think we can assume that there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. But maybe for her it's more than that. Anyway, if we want to get in there, we need to figure out the password. And if Kyoko can't figure out, no way do I stand a chance. No, wait, there might be a chance. The password could be something Kyoko wouldn't have thought of, or something she didn't want to think of. For example, what about your name? Huh? Oh, sorry, I was just trying to think of what the password might be. I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password. Knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it just to be sure? It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Okay. Okay, you got it. It's gonna turn out he was actually really regretful that he didn't spend time with her. You know, I'm glad I thought of trying Kyoko's name. But if that's not it, that might just hurt Kyoko even more. If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, wow, okay. In that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password here. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kirigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, and as I finished typing it in... Beep Kern. Yep. It was correct. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked! Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko? I see the picture in the background! Kyoko? I may as well not even been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on only one thing. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. First, I have to see this. Fine, I'll look at the present, but... There's a brightly covered box here. It seems totally out of place. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? I'm getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay. Be careful, Makoto. What, you think it's dangerous? No, it's not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh? If it is what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there? Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way into the box. I saw a hesitant glance inside and... Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined? Just as I thought. What? What? How did you think that? Just as you thought, how could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones! Well, it's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him? What you found in the box. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least, what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on, how can you know that for sure? How do you know that that's him? Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. So the same person may very well be the mastermind who planned this all out. I know she wanted to cut ties with him, but that's... Alter Ego said that the headmaster was probably here in the school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume that most likely my father was in the school, but he's also dead. That's my assumption, anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong. Which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Well, first I have to take a look at this picture. This picture. It's all faded, must be pretty old. It's little Kyoko and she's so happy. What the hell? This is a picture of... Hey, Kyoko. Yep, it's me. There's you. Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past. And yet... to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. Here's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her. What? I wanted to face him, tell him myself, to cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko. I am sorry for you, child. You don't deserve this. Headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really want to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without her permission. Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure? Never let anything get in the way of the investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? This is... an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says in case of emergency. I'd found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk. A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what this is. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Listen, Makoto. Can I ask you a favor? Anything, darling, anything. What, a favor? What is it? I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but... could you leave? Huh? Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't even an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, of what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry. Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster. There's no doubt that the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster's dead. Man in his late 30s, yep. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind. Which means the mastermind's true identity is... one of us. "15 of us met in the mail hall. Add Mukuro to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead." Even Mukuro. Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me? Byakuya Tagami? This guy? Toko? And Hina? And Kyoko. Wow, how did I... Only those 6 people are still alive. And there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Anyways, my throat's killing me, so I'm going to take a break. And then when I come back, I'm going to finish the investigation and start the giant class trial. So, thank you all so much for watching. Probably next one's not going to be finale, but the one after is going to be. So, thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Have a good day. Goodbye.